What's up, guys, gals, and Book Nook Pals? It's Pluck the Bunny with another Book Nook unboxing, and today we're taking a look at another Anavrin Book Nook, one of their new wave of products. This is the Korean alleyway, the Seoul Hipjiro. 2 AA's, 4 to 6 hours, you can forget that. 355 pieces. They claim it's a 3 out of 5. And as usual, they have their biographical story of the area that this is based on. And what I really like about their kits, one of the many things I like about their kits is not only are they based on real locations, but they actually explain their history and why they chose them. And I think that's just pretty cool. So digging into it. Alright, always love the Anavrin kits. Have the box with the form-fit plastic in there, right? Because we know that everything's going to... Let's zoom out just a little bit, guys. Oh, alright, my controller broke, so we're not going to zoom out. Woo! They always have this nice form-fit box here, so nothing's like bouncing around, and I really like that. And of course, we know with an Anavrin kit, we're also going to have a nice bound instruction manual that's going to be full color with this one looks like computer renderings, not little photographs, but they're beautifully done, showing you things from perspectives. And oh boy, are we going to have fun with this wiring, guys. Leave it to one of these Anavrin kits to just have bonkers wiring. And usually the first page, even before anything else, they break it down. So it looks like we have 15 different LEDs on here, and then a switch, and then that all goes into a 2 AAA battery box. And we'll tell you that the company has spoken to me about feedback, and one of the big feedbacks I gave them is that you should increase your battery capacity. So they are going to be switching in future kits probably to a triple capacity AA, so 3 AA boxes instead of these 2 AAA ones. You see our decal sheet right on top. Some photorealistic things, so actual photos here. Got some, looks like floral patterns here. Not sure what these are going to end up being. We have some signs, some posters for food, for drink, a menu here in Korean. This looks like a wall pattern here. A couple K-pop bands, I'm assuming here. I do like that these have score marks in them to kind of fit what they're supposed to fit. I see some bibibops here, and I can't really tell what that is. Oh wait, no, that's japchae. A japchae bibibop, and I don't see any little fried chickens, so I guess no one was ordering the fried chicken that day. But alright, let's keep going. We got another second decal sheet, so nice that both of these are already decals, so you don't have to worry about applying any glue or using a Xyron sticker machine. Some cool basic graffiti here. But yeah, nice and clean. Nothing super surprising coming from Anavrin. Their stuff is always really good. This is something they did in, which kit was it? Was it Omoide Yokocho? No, it was Kowloon 2049. They're now using dowels as their poles, like telephone poles. So my guess is these long stickers are going to be the same size. Yeah, and these will wrap around the pole. Like you'll see that as you take this and roll it from one side to the other, it perfectly matches the height and width. So these are going to be the wraps 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 for those poles. We have some smaller dowels for some smaller poles, probably the horizontal poles for some kind of power situation. These wires typically are just decorative, so they're for going across, like telephone lines going across. It's funny, super high quality Anavrin. very, very above average in terms of the quality of their parts. However, you cannot get away in a Book Nook from our teeny tiny little emery board, which you know what to do. We get rid of that because it's good for nothing. And we have the blue tweezers, so number 2 tweezers. And then we have a little round mirror piece of acrylic here. I'm sure that will have a function. We got some clear strips here. These are strips for securing the wires. I'm not a fan of these. I'd rather use Scotch tape or electrical tape. Obviously, Scotch tape is okay because these are not going on the conductive parts. These are going on the wires themselves to secure them to the pieces on the sides. We have a foldable piece of acrylic here, so this is probably going to be a sign. These will be some kind of cones. And then we have some Korean. So tell me in the comments what this says. If you speak Korean, sorry, if you read Korean, well, if you speak or read Korean, can you tell me what the sign and the sign says? All right, we have some, feels like paper. So we have some cardstock here. So this looks like it's going to be an awning. This is going to fold here. I don't know what these tiny little squares are. Use an X-Acto knife, guys, to cut these out. Some more acrylic. This is some flexible acrylic. This one has a circle engraved in it. I don't know if that's going to correspond with that mirror. We have our insane lighting package. I'm not going to expand everything right now because you guys saw it. I do wish there was a way to wire this to a triple AA box. So if anyone can tell me the red and the black are the positive and negative, if anybody knows what that yellow is it a ground? How do you wire that into a standard black and red wire configuration? If you know, please let me know in the comments. Now, let's get into the, I call them the meat and potatoes, our runner boards. Again, go on a serpentine pattern on the side. You don't want to go straight across, right? Go on a serpentine pattern. Sorry, I was out of frame, guys. Serpentine pattern like this. You don't want to go straight across. If the blade were to go down in between and go across, you'd end up scraping the pieces, and then you'd be starting with a damaged Book Nook. And damaging your Book Nook is for accidents and cats to knock them off the shelves, or little brothers or cousins to come visit. It is not for intentionally being reckless while opening your kit up. All right. More acrylic here. Some very vibrant colors. Again, please let me know what this says. Oh no! This guy's getting sauced, and now he's puking. He's puking. And just in case you break him, the circle around it usually means this is an extra piece. So I really hope I don't break him. So then I have an extra puking guy to do something with after. He'll have to find his way into another kit, and I can't tell, he may not be wearing shoes either. That's really awesome. This will be our front piece. And again, I really love how they use a lot of acrylic in their kits. So you get I haven't talked about this in a long time since some of the older Roll Life kits, but when you go from acrylic, thin acrylic, to thinner acrylic, to thicker acrylic, to paper, to the wood, you really add a whole lot to the kit. So, right, we're making 3D things out of 2D things. You're turning a flat plane into a real world. If every plane that you add to that world is the same thickness, it feels fake, because not everything in the real world is the same thickness. So by mixing it up with the different types of materials of different thicknesses and different compositions, it really helps to make the world a lot more believable. All right, so we have a backed on pork place. A whole bunch of beer. again, can someone please tell me what this means? Records, it looks like. Some kind of beer place. I really do love the outside of their kits. A lot of Book Nooks, the sides of the kits are some of the weaker parts, graphically speaking. Even if they have these crazy images, they're usually AI done completely, or they're AI influenced. And they don't jibe with the rest of the kit thematically. These also artistically aren't within the world of the kit, but they're done in a way where it really feels like a display piece. Every one of my Anavrin Book Nooks, I feel can stand on its own on a table, being observed from all different sides, and I really like that. So we have our two outside pieces, just beautiful in what they are and their simplicity. All right, my guess is these are stool tops, a frame, like a counter frame here. We have some tools for pushing stuff out. Some more of the dimensions of the floor. My guess is this will line up with this. There's a slot for wiring here. These are clips for securing wires. And I've said it before. Anytime you take a look at a kit where you have graphics on all of the pieces, and then you have one runner that's totally blank on both sides, that is a good indication of the quality of the kit. Now, Pluck, you're saying, why is a blank piece with no graphics on it an indication of overall quality? And that's a good question. Because when I have a piece like this, almost always these pieces are strictly interior structural pieces. And why is that important? That's important because that means that they've paid attention to the skeleton of the structure. It's not just about what's on the outside, it's about what's on the inside also. And that strong foundation leads you to a end product that is also correspondingly strong. So, big fan of that. Always good to see that. Not a surprise to see this in an acute B kit or in an Anavrin kit. The difference is that an acute B kit, even with the internal structure, it is a house of cards until that last piece is put in that holds the whole thing together. With the Anavrin kits, they're usually sturdy as you go. Nothing against Cute B, but they do have different strategies about how they hold together. This is going to be our back part. You can tell because of the battery piece here. Looks like these are some kinds of crates. And I love the full color on both sides. Some kind of construction area. Very geometric in this. All right, so you can tell full color when it needs to be, not colored on the back when it doesn't need to be. All right, we have our traditional outside condensers. We got some more colored stools. Maybe an escalator or staircase, it looks like. The scale is going to be very interesting on this one. Some drinks advertised right there. Alright. Some kind of street sign. More menu foods. And again, the resolution on this is almost so you can read it. My guess is if you knew what the words were, you could actually read it. Like, that's tteokbokki, that's kimchi. So if you can read them, you can read them. Okay, also, like the relief, my guess is one of those neon pieces is going to go, I'm sorry guys, but I forget we're stuck zoomed in. My guess is behind this is going to go one of those neon pieces, and that sign will be even more dimensional. I don't know what this, this is probably going to be from, I think there's a train car in this one. These might be the braces on the top of the train car where it connects to power pole, which might be what all those black wires. Sorry about that. Might be what all those black wires were for. Where the train pieces are going to connect. Looks like this is going to be our top here. We got the power button right here, and those are where those U brackets are going to connect. And then this is going to be our floor, right? That'll be where all of the pieces connect, and you can see just how many connections are going to be on the floor of this. So guys, another beautiful kit by Anavrin. It really feels true to some character. And that's another thing that they do really well, is they identify a place. They really find what makes it unique and what makes it feel real. And they make a kit that really embodies that characteristic. I see it very frequently when people post about building one of their products. Hey, you know, I bought this because it really reminded me of the time I went to that location. So it's definitely one worth checking out. So thank you for joining us, guys, gals, and Book Nook Pals. Good looking, good Nook.